When most people hear the word Rwanda, their mind goes straight to one thing: the genocide. That's what the world remembers: a brutal time, a country that was torn apart. But if that's still your only image of Rwanda, then you're missing the full picture. Because of the Rwanda I visited, it's something else entirely. This isn't a country stuck in the past. It's a country that has rebuilt itself quietly, without noise, without begging for attention. What I saw on the ground shocked me, not because it was flashy, but because it was clean, safe, organized, and proud. I stayed in their hotels, walked their streets, ate their food, and visited places that hold deep meaning. And let me tell you, Rwanda is not just recovering, it's setting an example. There's a kind of discipline here that you don't see often. It's not forced, it's cultural. It's something they live by. And in this video, I'm going to break it all down for you. Hit that like button and subscribe because it helps with the algorithm and helps me keep telling stories like this. Let's get into it. To understand how Rwanda became the country it is today, you have to go back. You have to understand the pain before you can appreciate the progress. In the year 1994, the world saw one of the worst human tragedies unfold right here. In just 100 days, more than 800,000 people were unalive. Not in war, not by outsiders, but neighbors turning on neighbors, families torn apart, children left with no one. It wasn't just violence, it was betrayal. For years, that was the image the world attached to Rwanda. But here's what makes Rwanda different. Instead of staying trapped in that moment, they made a choice. A bold one. The government decided to remove tribal labels: no more Hutu or Tutsi on national ID cards, no more categories, just one shared identity: Rwandan. And that mindset didn't just stay in paperwork, it spread into the way people live. In schools, in offices, in the way people speak. Unity became the foundation of everything. You can feel it on the streets. People aren't walking around divided. There's a quiet respect in the way they interact. Even as a visitor, you pick up on it, you feel safe. You feel that this place is healed, not by forgetting, but by choosing to build forward. I visited the Kigali Genocide Memorial, and it hit me hard. It's not just a museum, it's a space that forces you to reflect. There's a weight to it, but it doesn't feel hopeless. It's the opposite. It tells you, we remember, but we're not stuck here. The memorial doesn't just show you history, it shows you strength. You see how far the country has come, and you realize, this is what real rebuilding looks like. Not just buildings and roads, but rebuilding trust, rebuilding people. And that trust, that unity, it's what lays the foundation for everything else you'll see in Rwanda today. From healing comes discipline, from unity comes progress. One of the things that truly surprised me during my time in Rwanda was how clean it is. I'm not just talking about a few neighborhoods in the city center. I mean everywhere. From the main roads to the quiet side streets, from markets to hillsides, it's spotless. No plastic bags blowing in the wind, no garbage on the sidewalks, no overflowing bins, just trimmed grass, smooth roads, and fresh air. I've traveled a lot. I've been to some of the biggest cities across Africa and beyond, but Kigali stands out. The cleanliness isn't just nice, it's impressive. It shows you that there's a system behind it, a mindset. Then, I learned about Umuganda. This blew my mind. On the last Saturday of every month, the entire country slows down. Shops close early, public transport stops. People put down their work and pick up tools to clean their communities. This isn't some optional volunteer day, it's a national practice. But even more important, it's something people actually believe in. You see government officials sweeping the streets beside regular citizens. No one is too important to get involved. It's not about putting on a show, it's not for tourists, it's for Rwanda. That's what makes it so powerful. This is a country where cleaning the streets is seen as part of being a responsible adult. You grow up with it, you participate in it, and because of that, people take real pride in how their country looks. There's no one shouting about patriotism here. They show it in their actions, in how they care for their spaces, and it creates a ripple effect. People are less likely to litter because they know how much effort it takes to keep things clean. So when I say Kigali is the cleanest city in Africa, I'm not exaggerating. It's the result of discipline, of structure, of unity. And this sense of order, it doesn't end with the streets. It carries into how the entire country runs, which we'll get into next. After taking in the streets and how clean everything was, the next thing that stood out to me was the efficiency the way the country is set up to actually function. From the moment I got in a taxi, I realized how things just work. The roads are smooth with no potholes, even in the residential areas. Streetlights function properly, traffic flows with order, and drivers actually follow rules. I didn't see anyone cutting corners, honking like crazy, or driving on the wrong side of the road. It felt organized. One thing I always look for when I travel is the vibe, how people treat each other, how they treat visitors. And in Rwanda, the energy is calm, polite, and grounded. People are kind, they greet you, but they don't invade your space. There's no hustling, no catcalling. If you've been around Africa, or honestly, even in some parts of the West, you know that safety is always something you have to think about. But in Rwanda, it felt different. I walked around the city at night. No fear, no tension, no one watching me too closely. No strange interactions, just streetlights, open cafes, and people minding their business. There were no police asking for bribes, no checkpoints asking unnecessary questions. Just quiet, respectful security presence where needed. If you've ever wanted to see what's possible when a country gets serious about leadership, systems, and people, go to Rwanda. It's not some PR stunt, it's real. From the clean streets to the working systems, from the safety to the mindset, Rwanda shows us what Africa can be when a country refuses to stay stuck in its past. This is GreyBTC, and Rwanda is, hands down, one of the most inspiring countries I've ever visited. And if you enjoyed this video, you might also want to check out my story about how I was almost denied entry into Rwanda.